Alright, everybody, welcome back to an episode of Blitz. Sorry I haven't recorded in a couple of weeks. I'm going to try to be more consistent now that I finally got my recording software to work somewhat properly. So this was a game I played. It is a Blitz Hour game, so everybody has level 10 kits, and it's sped up like this and post-commed because this is a replay analysis of sorts, which is a pretty cool thing to do even with your own gameplay. Just look at it and see what you did right, see what you did wrong. And it's, it's pretty fun. So here, I'm going after this guy. I'm just going to get right into it because I thought I had seen him with a stone sword. I'm pretty sure it turns out I was wrong. But he was running rogue, and that means I get an iron sword, which is good. Now, I hadn't actually realized at this point that it was Blitz Hour. So, that was a bit of a pleasant surprise. I'm just going to speed through this kill. It was nothing really to pay attention to. However, there is going to be a bit of an interesting fight coming up. So right here, you need to stop and think about this fight if you are me in this position. And obviously, what you want to make sure of is that you're going to have an escape route, because I don't know whether you caught it or not, but coming up to this guy, I had seen somebody behind him. There is a guy with roughly full iron chasing this man. So what I need to make sure of is that when I kill him, me and the other man are going to have speed. I need to make sure that I have some way of getting out of there, right? I can't just rely on the speed. So what do I know? I know that there's open space to the left of him, and that beyond that open space, there's water. So I can probably escape. That is something which you need to make sure of before you go for kills like this. If you don't, you're going to get pinned down and killed, because on a map like this, there are plenty of ways to get pinned down. So you'll see right here, I go for the kill. Yep, pull in like this. I take the kill, and what actually happened was he aggroed on this other man. So right here, you need to think again. So usually you don't want to go for cleans like this because he has a kill effect. However, there are 2 diamond chest plates. I don't want to let him just take those, and I also have a kill effect from getting my kill, so I don't feel like I'm in too much danger. Now, what you can see is that I'm guessing he's running Blaze. In fact, I think he was, because the chest plate's enchanted. He doesn't have the Paladin iron helmet. So I probably could have been a little more careful, but he got a little cocky and he tried to continue looting. So I just gappled up and killed him. I say that I maybe should have been a little more careful, purely because he could have blazed axed me and maybe been able to catch me. But it ended up working. I think it was all right. I could have probably weaknessed him and rotted him. It ended up working out in the end. Go mid, I enchant 2 sharpness over knockback, and here I make a little bit of a mistake. I enter the water. Not intentionally, but it happens, which is not really a good thing. I come mid, I try out one of the strength pods. Not a huge fan of them. But he ends up blindness pushing me, grabbing the blitz star using Iron Man. So Iron Man's pretty interesting. It's not a blitz which works in Deathmatch, so I'm not too worried about it. What I'm thinking about right now, and the reason I didn't just drink speed and chase him, although drinking speed is a good way of dealing with Iron Man, is that I am trying to bait out the star. And you can see right here, he jumps into this hole. So obviously, what he's trying to do is he's trying to get me to follow him into the hole where I am trapped, and he can just kill me with Iron Man. It's kind of a double play from him, if that's the right way of putting it, in that... rather, it's a play which serves 2 purposes. He can escape me because I can't chase him down there, and if I do chase him, he'll get the kill. So there's both as an escape and possibly a way to kill me if I chase him. However, being not retarded, I do not chase him, and I decide to run off. Now, this is where things start to get pretty messy. Me and this guy, I'm not sure what his username is, I can't see exactly. We end up having quite the dance here. This game ends up being essentially between me and him. The other guy is just a bit of a how should I phrase it? Bit of a bump in the road, something we have to get rid of before we can finish our little dance, because this man over here, despite his low kill count, actually seems to be by far the more skilled of the 2. Bring back dead air. And when it's happening here is that neither of us want to fight unless it's on our own terms. So we end up stalling with each other here. Obviously, I want to get him out in the open. I want to land some bow shots first. He doesn't want to be out in the open. He doesn't want to land bow shots. And so we end up fighting back and forth here, back and forth, and the fight gets further stalled by some other people coming in and trying to clean, which as you will see will not work. Start running this direction. I see that there's a horse tamer. He starts chasing me. Now the horse tamer is a very good kill for me. He's going to give me diamond boots, which is a pretty big deal. However, I see that there's another man besides the diamond leggings man. Bring back dead air. He was coming, so I don't want to fight him, but then I see that the other two are fighting, so I decide I can take him out pretty safely, even if I wouldn't have been able to grab the iron boots. But I do manage to grab the iron boots because they continue to chase each other. So I'm 3/4 diamond, doing pretty good. Here I make a bit of a mistake, but it doesn't end up killing me, thankfully enough. I decide to jump down here and try and snag the kill. Because it's almost deathmatch, I figure, you know, I could probably have survived till deathmatch even if one of them had a bow or something. But he used Iron Man, which should have been pretty obvious to me given the fact that, or it should have been an obvious possibility given the fact that it was almost deathmatch, so he doesn't really have any option but to use it, right? Okay, so getting into deathmatch here, this ends up being quite the drawn out deathmatch, and like I said, it's pretty much between me and Bring Back Dead Air, not as much Mock Ball. He is, like I said, just somebody who we're both trying to get rid of him without putting ourselves at too low of health as to get cleaned by the other person. So what's happening here is I'm just shooting my arrows. Originally I wanted to go for him, but then I decided that he probably had Wolf Tamer 10 boots, and even if he didn't, he just wasn't taking enough damage, so I needed to go for the other guy. And now usually one thing I would do is I would wait for them to fight and then try and clean, but it was pretty clear to me that they were not going to fight, and I did not feel confident in waiting for the border to close in, because what can happen is if you have too low or too high of armor, when the border closes in, they will target you either because you're an easy kill or you're too hard of a kill for either of them to kill on your own. So I figured, okay, my best chance here is to take out one of them and then fight the other one-on-one before the border completely closes in. That's what I'm working on doing here. Shooting down Mock Ball because he's clearly the squishier of the two. And yeah, I get a couple of hits here, and at this point I decide that I need to gapple and go in, because either they fight each other, in which case I clean, or they back away like this, leaving Mock Ball low, and I can just clean him up really quickly and then escape the other man because he does not have speed, or it would have taken him long enough to drink it that I could have ran away given the fact that I also had speed. Now at this point, like I said, he's just not taking very much damage. I did not feel confident. In hindsight, I probably could have just continued to trade there and I would have been okay. I was doing better on health than he was, but I ended up backing up, going for the bow shots. It's the safer play. Now I make a couple of mistakes here, which result in this game being longer than it should have. I miss a couple of bow shots here, and then I also jump a few times. So here I should be just constantly bowing him. I should not be backing up like that. I should be just constantly bowing him further and further away. And here I jump. That was a mistake, and then I get hit off, and I jump right here, which is a huge mistake as well. Ends up putting my life in danger, but I managed to land a couple of clutch bow shots right there. Boom, take him out, and that's a win. So if you guys enjoyed this format of video, I don't know, leave a like and subscribe. I'll probably do more of them. My next couple of videos will be a mixture of post-com and live-com. I don't know. Yeah, see you guys next time.